Butterflies, and welcome back to Evolving Butterfly Goddess with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose through the energy of our ancestors. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes here on the channel. It is always appreciated. And a major shout out to all of the members here on the Me website as well as over on Patreon. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support, as well as to those of you all who have purchased any of my books or from my tea and my candle company. Thank you for your support as well in this space. So we are getting into a collective channeled message. It's not quite an angel number message, but it feels like a collective channel energy message from the ancestral team at this time. What I was getting is that there's currently, okay, how can I put it? If you're here right now, if you were guided to this message, then you're a part of this great frequency shift that's been going on, okay? And with this great frequency shift, there's also an opposite. So if you've ever read the Kabbalion, and I think I'm actually going to start doing some sessions on that as well. But in the Kabbalion, it talks about the law of opposites. Everything in life is an opposite. There is no one thing and this thing. It's more so the opposites and on a spectrum, okay? And you're gonna notice as you find yourself going to another side of the spectrum for where you once were, there's gonna be opposition. Opposition is always going to be there because that's just the laws of nature, that's the laws of life. It's just that you're in a space where you notice it easier. You see it easier now. Feel free to check out Beauty Extends for the lip gloss, baby. I love their lip gloss, okay? The link is down below in my description box. But the laws of nature is that opposites will always be there. So the same thing with, and this is what they use as an example in the book, but with a thermometer, temperature, there is no such thing as hot and cold, really, because it just moves on a spectrum. Same thing with light and dark. You either can turn the light up little bit by little bit. How can you truly define what is still light and what is dark? So we have that piece that's in between. And this energy is what it's giving is that you're probably noticing more things that are in the opposite of you now. And with that, it's like learning how to use it to your advantage, but not allow it to distract you at this time. Because all that's meant to be is a distraction, to come in and distract you from what you've made a point to do, what you've made a point to work on, what you've made a point to connect with, is all meant to be some form of a distraction. Let's pull some ancestral energy. Don't fall for the distractions. It's like these distractions want you to resort back to fear. You stepped out of the energy of fear. You stepped out of all of that. You no longer have that energy resting within you. So with you stepping out of that energy of fear, it's like that opposite energy want to pull you back. Like, no, come back, come back, come back, come back over here. No, you're not going. Y'all know I watched my niecey poo, so I just had to make sure that everything was okay. I had to take care of that. But we can't allow the energy of fear to come in and affect us. Let me make sure this thing is still playing, because sometimes when I do that, YouTube likes to, they will literally just mute the entire video from that point forward. So I have to check and make sure that that's not what's happening. Okay, no, it's working. Okay, I had to make sure. And so when you step out of the frequency of fear, you have to know that that opposite still is there. That opposite energy is still there. That opposite, it want to pull you back, you know, it wants you to come back. So whatever you do at this space in this time, allow yourself to be in that abundance frequency to where fear is not in your vocabulary, it's not in your energy, it's not in your space. It's not in your energy, it's not in your space, it's not in your vocabulary. Don't let them frighten you back to where you came from, because then they're pulling you back to that frequency, okay? Now, oh, I was going to pull an ancestor energy. Let me clear this energy out again. Our sage is still lit. All right. You have the warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Be fearless and stand strong. That fearless energy, it gives a vibe of when an opposite energy comes into your life, how you have to be able to stand up to it. You'll be able to stand up to it. It's like, because all it's trying to do is to pull you back to where you've grown from. It wants to pull you back to where you've grown from. So you're going to have to stand up to it and speak to it and let it know this is not real. Well, I won't go back, okay? You won't go back to something that you've come from. So just because the frequency and the energy changes, it doesn't mean that nothing is going to happen now, that nothing is just, no. If anything, sometimes it may get a little stronger because it miss you so much. Y'all ever had that bugaboo ex, okay? That bugaboo ex, and it's just like, they gonna try. They don't care if you block them or not. They gonna pop up, okay? Think of it as that toxic ex, okay? But you have adjustments are required with this third quarter moon. So let's get into what adjustments may be required as you're going through these changes. And the first thing I'm hearing Spirit say is the mindset of expecting that just because you've changed and expanded and grown, that nothing is going to happen. The thing is that you have to change your mindset towards it. So yes, you may have more bills, but guess what? You're going to have more money coming in to be able to pay it. So it's fine. It's fine. Yes, someone can try to make you feel lonely because you don't have some of your old friends that you used to have, but you could be like, wait, but I'm centered with myself. I love my own company. I'm attracting good company. I'm attracting new people. We have to find something to be able to combat when those, baby, the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. How we speak to ourselves, how we speak about the storms, how we speak about what we're working through, what we're building. It's all about how we speak to ourselves. What do you speak to the storm? Three of Swords in the reverse. How do you view when these Three of Swords happen? How do you view it? Is it a bad thing? Is it a negative thing that's working against you? Or is it something that's working for you in your divine favor at the end of the day? And that's important to make sure of taking a look at, of how you deal with disappointments, because things are going to happen, just like how death and things of that nature, 1111, is going to happen. It's going to happen. And it doesn't just pick on certain people. It's all about how we get through it. How do you get through it? See how you get through it. How you get through it. You see the bubbles moving with it? How you get through it. Wait, why the bubbles not moving? Normally they move. You can move them. Okay, let me stop, baby. I will be all up in it. But how do you get through those storms? Do you let it take you all the way out? Or do you find balance? Do you allow it to take you all the way out? Or do you find balance? What adjustments? It's something about when disappointments happen, how you view it, how you speak to it, how you speak to the storm. Do you allow yourself to be succumb to the storm, but then also have grace for yourself? Because it takes a while to get to that place to where when a storm happens, you can just keep speaking to it. It takes a while to get to that place and not succumb to the energy or the fear of having to go back to something that you've grown from, what you've expanded from. This Three of Disc energy, adjustments, is something about learning. You know, these are three colleagues basically sitting around discussing, you know what I'm saying, talking shop. They're discussing work. They're breaking bread together. They're having conversations that are helping them feed their soul, basically. And this adjustment, which goes back to the Ace of Swords, which is our perception, communication, all of that. How do you communicate with yourself? How do you talk to yourself? Who do you talk to the most? What do you share when you're talking to them? Do other people put fear inside of you? Do you allow it to happen, or do you speak against it? Do you allow it to happen, or do you speak against it? I just saw the Temperance card. And then we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Being delusional is not a bad thing. It helps reprogram your brain to be on a new frequency, because we don't realize how much we've been programmed to think like this Three of Swords energy. And so as you become more conscious to that, of realizing how you speak to yourself, what affirmations do you use? What do you put out there? What do you do when people come to your space that don't truly have, you know what I'm saying, the good energy that you need at that time? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's a situation where nothing will come of, and you may be trying to make something of it, but all it does is just keep adding in these feelings of fear and doubt and hurt. And, you know, you need to move into something that is continuously expanding and growing you and teaching you something. That's the season of what we're in right now, learning new skills, learning new ways to do things, learning new connections. That's the season that we're in. We're gonna do a butterfly effect. 'Cause it's a butterfly effect. Effect. It's a butterfly effect. A effect. Time to change some energy. Change some energy. Time to check your energy. Check your energy. I'm checking energy. Running on a better me. If you haven't heard the song that I recorded for Butterfly Effect, definitely check it out. I'm so proud of myself. I just recorded from my phone, honey, and put some stuff together. Working on the inner me. Okay? No longer focused on the enemy. All right, you have 4, 5, 6, 7 in your dreams. You may want to listen to the 1, 2, 3, 4 message I just said earlier. Spirit is asking you to pay more attention to your dreams. There are messages that are trying to make their way to you, but you have to be open to receive them. Make sure you get more rest. Like, look, and that one, honey, last night, I didn't get all my rest that I needed because I've been averaging about 9 hours of sleep, but baby, that wasn't last night. I still had a dream though, but it's giving a vibe of the longer we allow ourselves to be in the dream state, we can allow ourselves to go to different scenes and things of that nature. We had a member who was just sharing in Discord the other day that they had 20 dreams, like 20 different scenes in one dream. And it was so prophetic to the point where they were shown visions of things of someone in their life and things of that nature. And it's just like, our minds are so powerful. We just have to realize how powerful we are. And so it's something about, if you don't have a lot of that guidance available to you in your waking life, allow yourself the ability to be able to experience what you need to experience or learn or obtain in your dreams, when your brain is not always on. When you can't stop it. We're gonna do one final card as we close out. We have the Two of Water coming out. These are the right connections with Malo. Making the right connections in abundance. It's like making abundant connections and making sure you stay connected with the energy of abundance. Don't be afraid to initiate conversations with new people. That's the only way we can meet new people. And when we remove the fear of rejection and all those other things and trust that our spirit and our higher self guides us to the right places at the right times, then we will know that nothing is the wrong time when we follow our divine inner guidance. You have abundance planning coming out. So speaking your abundance planning. And today is a great day to do it with the new moon. Members, we did a abundance ceremony in the member areas. So definitely check out that replay today if you missed it. It's on Patreon for all members. It's in the YouTube for all members. On the members tab. So make sure you click on the members tab on YouTube and you'll see it in there. And then on the website membership, it's under lives and ceremonies. Okay, definitely check that out. But allow yourself to do some scripting for your abundance planning, my loves. Let's get you an affirmation. I am love. And that's card number 1 too. You just had abundance planning. That was card number 1. And then we had the Ace of Swords. And then we have now I am love with the number 1. I may not have always made the right choices, but I did my best. I have so much love to give, and everyone around me can feel it. I am given a clean slate every single day to be the best version of me that I can be. I am forgiven. I am loved. Period. Let's get your butterfly affirmation. When I don't know what is happening, I choose to be curious and excited about what is going to be. When I don't know what is happening, I choose to be curious and excited about what is going to be. Period. And keep that childlike faith and energy with you, and it will not steer you wrong. Stay in it. Stay the course, my loves. I thank you all for being here. If you're interested in a personal reading, feel free to check out my website. The links and things down below. If you're interested in becoming a member, the links and things are down below as well for all of the membership programs. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what your higher self and your spirit team is calling for you to do. Period. I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next one.